Good morning, everyone. A warm welcome. You're watching 𝐂𝐐𝐞 TV and this is Sage. Today we bring you in the Executive Corner Expert Talks Miss Lynn Wood, the Chief Idea Spy from Ideaspies. And in today's economy, innovation on existing ideas seems to be having huge impacts. And the internet is a goldmine for information if you know what you're looking for. But the noise of endless advertising and trending celebrity bikini shots can sometimes be frustrating. And today's guest will share their insights on how and where you can gain the most benefit from your time on the internet to generate those original or inspiring ideas. So please stay tuned. Broadcasted live to you today is Ms. Lynn Wood, the Chief Idea Spy from Ideaspies. Welcome, Lynn. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Sage.
Thank you for making time for us today.
And thank you. It's wonderful to be on the show.
I can't say I'm not intrigued by the title, Chief Idea Spy, so please tell us more. Ideaspies is an open innovation platform for clever ideas, discoveries and original thinkers. Would you like to talk about the inspiration behind launching your brand, please?
Well, thank you, Sage. Well, like many Australians, I've travelled a lot. And a few years ago, I was over in Vancouver. And the guide said, promote what you love rather than bash what you hate. And I was with a friend at that time, and I thought, wouldn't it be great to have a platform that would show the positive and clever ideas happening around the world? Because we don't often see them. You know, we travel, we see them briefly, but then we don't see them back in our own country. So we thought, well, we could create it. We had the skills to create it. So we sat in a hotel room and thought, well, we have to call it, what are we going to call it? And thought the name had to have idea in it. And so we went through different versions, and then we came up with Spies. And that was before Spies became very topical. And so it's very edgy. It attracts a lot of interest. And we set up originally on Facebook to trial it, and people loved it. And it's gone further since then. It keeps developing and growing all the time.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing your story. So how does Ideaspies function? What ways does it create value for its customers?
As you said at the beginning, it creates value by giving you the opportunity to see the positive and clever ideas happening around the world, expressed very simply in 100 words or less. And they're all positive. So you're not having to go through the usual negative news that we all have to go through every day. It's a great resource. You can search it by category and as well as by keyword to find these ideas. And you can share them. We actually talk about the fact that we're sharing ideas for good. And we want people to see them so that they can see that there's a better future ahead. It gives you more confidence in the future. It's very, very easy to search. And if you register with Ideaspies, which is top right on the platform, you can then comment on the ideas and also add ideas that you see. For example, a few years ago as well, I was in Vienna. I'm constantly seeing ideas, and I can just post them on Ideaspies as examples of what they were doing over there. And so you can search by country as a keyword, or you can search solar, or you can search plastic. You find out what's being done to alleviate the plastic problem around the world. Yeah, it's a very, very good platform to be able to search and see those ideas.
Fantastic. And you know what they say, we are what we eat, but we're also what we read, what we think, and with scientists saying we can have 60,000 thoughts per day on average, they may as well be positive. And I love your idea, and I will definitely check it out as soon as I can. To which different industries do you think your services are best suited to?
Well, it's across all industries, actually. When you look at the platform, Ideaspies, you'll see that there are 19 categories of ideas, and they range from agriculture, right across to well-being. And people, not just me, lots of people are posting them around the world. The real stars, though, of Ideaspies are the editors. We have editors for each idea category, all volunteers, and they are posting ideas every week in the category that they specialise in. So, for example, we have an artistic editor who's well known. We have an energy editor. We have a climate editor, well-being editor, of course. So these people are the real stars of Ideaspies because they're keeping us up to date with the ideas happening around the world to make sure that it's a really good resource for looking for ideas that will improve our lives.
Yes, and those special interest groups where those ideas are poignant and interesting is what makes dinner party conversation interesting. So I hope the viewers have a chance to check out your platform as well. Would you like to share an idea presented by your platform in the recent past that have benefited businesses?
Sure. Well, yesterday, for example, we posted what we call a bespoke post. As I said, most people can post themselves their ideas, but in certain instances, we'll do a bespoke post. We actually charge for that in terms of posting ourselves because we know what really is popular, how to post such so that the idea is very popular. And this bespoke post that we did yesterday was for a competition winner. So the company was AI Assets, and they won the PropTech Association Award recently for PropTech to Watch. So we put up their idea on Ideaspies, and they're absolutely delighted because it's giving them extra publicity that obviously makes more people aware of them. So yes, that's what we do. Just also recently, we posted an idea because in Australia, as you know, it's very hard to leave Australia or for people to come in. And our Israeli editor put up an idea about an electronic bracelet. And what we're doing, a lot of people are sharing that with politicians, for example, because they're saying that it should be trialled in Australia to allow more people to home quarantine and therefore more people to travel.
Exactly, yes. A very important subject, vaccination, and which way we're going to hopefully get the borders opened up as quickly as possible. So you have a website. Are you also on social media?
Absolutely. We actually don't just call it a website because it's interactive. So, for example, you wouldn't call Facebook a website. Similarly, Ideaspies is interactive, and a lot of people using it, and therefore it's quite complex underneath. It's all designed to look very simple, but it's quite complex underneath. And yes, we're on all social media. So we have many Facebook followers, many LinkedIn followers, many Twitter followers, and we're also on Instagram. We actually have, as a volunteer, a company over in France is doing our Facebook and Instagram posts. And it's wonderful because they're doing it for, they're not charging for it because they see the value in what we're doing and want to be associated with it.
Fantastic. Working in the media, I can definitely see the value in it, so I'll be gravitating in the direction of your platform soon. So do you have any near-term pipeline goals that you have set in place at the moment?
I'm very pleased that you asked that because we've always thought that it's perfect for education and even school children. And recently, a design and technology teacher contacted me because his students were using it to get ideas for their HSC design project. When I saw him, I said, well, your students could also post their ideas. Well, instead of, however, organising that for his class, he actually went to the Australian Association of Design and Technology Teachers and told them about the idea. They loved it. And they said, well, why don't you trial it in New South Wales first and see how it goes? So that's what's happening at the moment. You'll see one of the categories of ideas is called Uprising. And in that category, design and technology students are posting their ideas for their HSC projects on Ideaspies in that category. Now, the benefit for them is that they get more people involved. Business and industry can help them improve their ideas. And what's really surprising, I'd love you to have a look at the ideas. The quality is is really, really good, and it's because kids these days have so many resources. And as we all know, creativity starts when you're pretty young. Unfortunately, people become less creative as they get older. But the kids are really very, very creative. And so what we'd love is some of your watchers, people who watch 𝐾𝐞 TV, to look at the ideas, particularly in the uprising category, and where you can add value, put a comment on those ideas on Ideaspies that goes straight back to the student, and they can then improve that idea. They can change that idea over time. We actually have a prize giving at the end of the year, on the 4th of November, and there are a selection of students in that trial. Of course, the students had to be approved to come into it by their parents and also by their schools. So we're delighted with the quality of the response by schools and students, and also by the ideas, and I hope you are too.
Yes, they're a very exciting generation. They've grown up with iPads in their hands and they're very technologically savvy. So Lynn, thank you so much for joining us today. Were there any final insights you'd like to share with the viewers before we wind things up?
Oh no, just that I'd love you to look at Ideaspies and just check out the ideas, and hopefully they inspire you, and you join us top right.
Thank you so much again for joining us today, Lynn, and I'll definitely be checking out your platform as soon as I can.
Thank you, Sage.
And if you've just joined us, viewers, we just had a very interesting discussion with Ms. Lynn Wood, the Chief Idea Spy from Ideaspies. It is a social commerce interactive platform that you can check out original, trending ideas from across the sectors and across the world. And the full recorded interview will be available from the YouTube channel, 𝐾𝐞 Media, in the next couple of days. And thanks for your time, viewers. Stay tuned for the Global Markets Roundup coming up. And as we say, stay apprised and invest wise with 𝐾𝐞.